Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Let's see if we can do something with that awesome Craftsman socket set that my daughter presented to me a few weeks ago. I think it's really cool, and so let's get right into it. See what we can do with it. I have been looking forward to this one for quite a while, and its turn has finally come up. This is a set of Craftsman sockets in the beautiful box that was given to me by my daughter a few weeks ago, and I just really like this. It's a complete set of sockets. They're all Craftsman. They're all underline C with the circle H, which I think, from what I can gather, dates them back probably into the 40s. Now, she gave me the box and the sockets, and I recently acquired this ratchet off eBay, and I think it's period correct, missing a flathead screw bolt there, but you can see it's the Craftsman with the underline C and the H circle. So I think it's period correct. So I think this is going to be really a nice cleanup. We shall see. So let's get started. I think we'll tackle the ratchet first. Never taken one of these apart, but I've watched videos on guys doing it, so let's see if I can do it. I'm going to have to find a replacement for this little fella, but that shouldn't be too hard, I wouldn't think. Let's see. That may be caked on grease, I'm not sure. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Can I get that out of there? Let me work with that a minute or two. Alright, that's as far as I'm going to take it down. One of the videos I watched, the guy removed this pin here. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to do my best to clean it. So let me do a little bit of cleaning on this stuff, and we'll see where we are after that. I've done a fair amount of cleaning to this 1/2-inch socket. Took the pieces apart, except for this. I'm not going to take that out. I don't want to have to fool with that pin, and I think I can make it work just fine without taking it down any further. These pieces have been degreased pretty well and run over them with the wire brush. So what I'm going to do now is, I think I'm going to put this piece here, maybe all of them, in my little ultrasonic cleaner. I won't be able to get the whole wrench in it, but I can get the business end of it in there. And give them a good cleaning. Get the rest of the grease off. And then I'm going to put them in evaporust for a day or so. My evaporust is getting kind of old, so I have to leave them in there longer than I normally would. So that's where I am now. These pieces here just came out of the evaporust after about a day and a half soak. So I wiped them down with WD-40 to keep them from flash rusting. And tomorrow I'll start maybe doing a little bit of shining and polishing on them. I did quite a bit of cleanup on the ratchet here. Wound up completely stripping it down. I first thought I wasn't going to remove the switch assembly, but I did. I just wasn't happy with the way it was getting clean under there. In addition to that, actually the main reason was this thing was bent. It was bent downward here, and it was making it real hard to operate. Somebody's been in here over the years. This thing's probably as old as I am, and that's well, I'm 81, so this thing probably dates back to the 40s, I'm guessing. Anyway, I was able to kind of straighten this thing out. It's going to have to do. And I took it all down to the very last piece. There was one real issue that I ran into. Of course, I straightened this out without a problem. The biggest issue was that one of the screws was missing. I had one, but this is a 6-40, 40 threads per inch machine bolt, and I couldn't find one anywhere. I didn't have one in my junk drawer, couldn't find one at the hardware store. So I'm sure a lot of you guys may cringe at what I did, but I did it anyway. I got a 632 bolt and tapped this out. Tapped this hole out right here. So, for better or worse, it goes in this way. For better or worse, that's what I did. And it works fine. It's a pretty close match. And so now you guys can call me an idiot or whatever you want, but That's for better or worse, that's what I did. So I think it cleaned up pretty well. So next we'll put it back together and go on to the next step, which I think I'll do the sockets next and save the case for last. Alright, I was able to get the ratchet back together with a little bit of difficulty. I didn't show that because I needed 3 hands and some masking tape to get this thing put back together. But anyway, it went back together, and it works. Works nicely. Sounds pretty good. It's a little bit loose, but hey, it's been around the block a few times. So I pronounce this part of the project done. I think it looks okay. Now on to the sockets. The sockets have come out of the evaporous bath, and I wiped them off good, put them in the ultrasonic cleaner for a while, and after that I wiped them down as best I could and put a thin coat of WD-40 on them to keep them from flash rusting. So now I'm going over them with the wire brush, and then I'm going to go on to the conditioning belt, probably the fine conditioning belt, because they're in pretty good shape. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm working with the wire brush. Looks kind of like a piston, doesn't it? Here's the Craftsman H circle socket set that my daughter sent to me at this point. I sourced this ratchet off YouTube, cleaned it up, serviced it, got it working. Works good. I found this at the, I don't know if this really would go with the set or not, but I got it anyway. Picked it up at the Habitat store, cleaned it up. Here's all the sockets. At this point I have, let's see, wire brushed the sockets to begin with. I soaked them in evaporest for several days because the evaporest was kind of old. Then I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner and got them nice and clean. Then at that point I had to take a break, so I wiped them off after the ultrasonic cleaner and put a thin coat of WD-40 on them. And then after a few days, I was able to get back on it. So I wire brushed them again, used the fine conditioning belt on them, and then the fiber wheel. So that's where we are now, and that's as far as I'm going to go with these, I believe. I think they're looking good, and I'm not going to try to get a mirror polish or anything like that. But I think they look really nice. These sockets were in good shape. Somebody took good care of them. They were just dirty and a little bit rusty, but none of the rust was real bad. The case is pretty rough, but that's what we're going to start on next. This, I use this in cleaning up the sockets. It's a plum extension, and this was in the box of stuff that my daughter sent. It's a 6-inch plum extension, and I'm going to put it in with a tool set here until maybe I can find a H-circle Craftsman to replace it. So anyway, that's where we are now. I think I've done all I'm going to on this stuff, and now it's time to start on the box. So that is coming up next. Let's get started on the little box here. So I'm going to try to remove these pins. Hopefully it won't be too hard because they're just two very small pins. So I'll put a little PB blaster on there, let it soak for a few minutes, and see if we can knock those pins out of there. A little Craftsman toolbox, after quite a bit of rust removal, sanding, cleaning, bending, beating, you name it. I've gotten most of the rust off, and just about, I think, all the crud and grease. Trying to get it prepared for some paint. Not perfect, but I think it'll do. I went over it with, cleaned it up as best I could. Went over it with mineral spirits and alcohol until I got, until the paper towels were coming out clean, or fairly clean. And so anyway, I pronounce it as ready as it's going to get for paint. So I'm going to put a coat of primer on it, and we'll see what happens after that. Here's the Craftsman box after a coat of primer. So I'm going to let that dry for a day or so, and then put some gray paint on there. Probably put a coat of clear coat on it too before I'm all finished. Here's the Craftsman toolbox with a coat of paint. And I think it looks pretty good. Still got quite a few dings and dents in it, but hey, it earned those. I found some what I believe to be pretty much period correct stickers, so I put those on there. And I put one inside. Why? I don't know. Just because I could, I suppose. Anyway, now put some felt pads on the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is I found that if I'm going to put some liner in here. I found if I put some of this poly, this is poly moisture barrier for like floors and stuff. put some of that stuff in there before I put the liner in. It tends to keep the rubber from sticking to the box as they do sometimes. So now we have liner. So let me get the tools in there and we'll take another look. Here's another look at this awesome Craftsman tool socket set that my daughter sent me. And I am just really liking this thing. I think it's just way cool. All the sockets match. The whole set's there. They all cleaned up very nicely. There's really no rust on any of them. These things are just in really nice shape. Here's the wrench that or the socket ratchet handle that I bought to go with the sockets. And it's in good shape now. Works fine. And here's this little bar that I picked up at the Habitat store to go with the set. So I'm just really pleased with the way this turned out. And thank you very much to my daughter MK for giving this thing to me. She knows how to find them, doesn't she? Okay. I'm just really happy with it. I hope you enjoyed the cleanup of that Craftsman socket set that my daughter gave me. I think it's just a really awesome set of sockets and the case. And I'm pondered how far to take it with the little box. So I hope I did it justice. So let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye now.